My beloved son, you must hear this before tomorrow arrives. So grant me at least 10 minutes, set aside all distractions, lay down every worry, and let your heart find peace in my presence. I am speaking to you, and I need you to listen. This is a crucial moment for you, and you are not mistaken. Your time has come. This is neither a coincidence nor a random event. It is my divine plan, ordained long before you were formed in your mother's womb. Do you know why I am calling you at this precise moment? Why it is you who must now move forward in my plans? Because I have chosen you. Because you have overcome the trials that were meant to break you. I know you have fought these battles, and sometimes you thought you couldn't go on, but you stayed standing. Your very survival is proof of your strength and of your closeness to me, my son. Your journey doesn't end just because you've gone through a difficult time. The adversary never ceases his attacks, and his tactics are becoming more subtle. You cannot face the powers of darkness without deepening your faith and sharpening your discernment. This is the moment to grow, to rise, to dive deeper into my presence and fully grasp my word. The battles ahead will be unlike anything you've experienced before, and you must lift your spiritual sight. You can no longer fight like a child in the faith. It is time to mature, to learn to see beyond circumstances, to distinguish truth from lies, what comes from me and what is a snare of the enemy. Spend more time in prayer, not only to ask for my blessings, but to hear my voice, to discern the path I am showing you, and to strengthen your trust in me. In this way, no matter how your surroundings may change, you will remain confident that I am holding you in my hand. You cannot face fiercer battles with a weakened spirit. Let me shape you, penetrate your soul, and break every limit you place upon yourself. You were not born for an ordinary life, but to overcome, to break chains, to walk in the power I have given you. Yet, all of this is only possible if you are willing to begin this path of growth. If you choose not to be led by your fleeting emotions, but to live according to my revelations, do not fear what I am about to accomplish in you. Do not tremble at the thought of not being ready. When I call someone, I always equip them accordingly. If you place your trust in me, I will accomplish great things through you, but you must commit to one thing. Do not stop. Do not settle for what you have already achieved. Do not stay on the surface. Let the fire of your faith burn more fiercely than ever before, and pursue me with passion. The battles ahead require a strong, resolute man, filled with my wisdom and power. Are you ready? You are part of a much greater, deeper, and more essential plan than you can imagine. Every challenge you have faced, every tear you have shed, every pain you have endured, none of it has been in vain. I have woven all these moments into your story, on the path I have laid out for you to bring you to this present moment. I know that at times you wonder why the storms keep coming, why you seem to be constantly facing trials with no respite, why your prayers seem to echo into emptiness, why I allow you to go through suffering and carry burdens you find unbearable. I hear your cries. I feel your distress when it seems like I am not answering. But listen to me. I have never left you, not for a single moment. I have not turned away from you, not for a second. You have not suffered alone. Understand this. There are realities that my love allows, even when my power could prevent them. I do not lack the power to deliver you instantly, but my gaze goes beyond this moment. I see the entirety of your life, the path ahead, the destiny I have prepared for you, and the great things you will accomplish in my name. To enter this destiny, you must be shaped, refined, and prepared. The journey ahead requires growth, and I am with you in every step. Even in the moments when it feels like I am distant or silent, know that I am guiding you. The trials you face are not to break you, but to strengthen you, to mold you into the person who can fulfill the calling I have placed on your life. Trust in this process and know that I am working all things for your good and for my glory. You know that gold is refined in fire and that a diamond undergoes immense pressure to shine. The same is true for you. The trials you have faced are not a sign of abandonment, but proof that I am working in you. I am making you into a warrior, ready to take the next step, a season of victory and breakthrough beyond your expectations. Do you dare to believe that I am still at work? Do you have the faith to trust me, even if you don't yet clearly see what I am preparing? Are you willing to let go of your doubts, your fears, and the burdens you've carried for so long? Will you rise to enter what I have prepared for you? This is your moment. This is the time I have set for you. Now you must choose. Will you walk by faith or will you let fear hold you back? Do not think that I have ignored your tears or that your sobs have vanished into the void. Not a single word spoken in pain is forgotten. Every sigh, every tear shed, I have gathered in my hands. They have not been lost. They have a deeper meaning than you believe. When you felt you were walking alone, that no one understood you, that you thought I had turned away, I was there in your moments of helplessness. When fear overtook you and the voices of doubt screamed in your mind, I whispered peace to your soul, even though you couldn't hear it because of the storm. I covered you. I held you in my presence, preserving you with my embrace. Do you realize that I am not punishing you? The trials you have faced are not signs of rejection, but milestones in your training. I did not allow your pain for my pleasure, but because I know that you can only gain strength by facing difficulties. Your faith can only be strengthened when it is tested in the midst of the storm. If you aspire to grow, if you want to walk in the glory I have reserved for you, you must place your trust in me, even when the future is hidden from you. You begged me to make you strong, and I did not offer you ease. I allowed you to be placed in situations that forced you to develop your strength. I did not remove every obstacle, but I walked with you through each one. You asked me for faith, and I did not give you promises without difficulty. I led you into situations where you had no choice but to cling to me, to trust me while everything around you was falling apart. You asked for wisdom, and I did not simply place it in your hand. I led you through seasons of confusion, so you could learn to listen to my voice, to understand that true wisdom does not come from man, but from me. Thus, you have sometimes wondered why your life is so filled with trials, why you had to bear what you believed was insurmountable. You did not realize that in every battle, I was training you, teaching you how to remain unshaken when the wind blows. If I had answered your prayers at the moment you cried out, you would never have discovered perseverance. If I had removed every suffering, you would not have tapped into the strength I placed within you. I do not want you to live in barely getting by, but to be a warrior, driven by an unquenchable fire, able to hold your head high even when this world shakes. I am preparing you for something far greater than anything you can imagine. The trials you have gone through have not been in vain. Realize this: if I allowed you to go through all these things, it's because I know you can triumph. If I led you through the fire, it's because I know it will not consume you. If I left you in the middle of the storm, it's because I know it will not drown you. You are stronger than you think, more persevering than you believe. Not by your own strength, but by mine, which has always supported you, even when you did not realize it. Now I ask you, are you ready? Are you willing to step into what I have prepared for you? Do not let fear stop you, nor doubt block you. The days ahead will bring new challenges, but you are no longer who you were before. You are no longer the one who trembled before adversity, nor the one who let circumstances define your destiny. You are the one I have chosen, called, and shaped, and now you stand before a door that only you can cross. Do not ask why I allowed you to endure so much, but rather ask why, despite everything, you are still standing. Why are you still moving forward? Why do you persevere? This is the proof that I have never abandoned you and that I am accomplishing a deep work in you. Trust me, hold on to me, and let me finish what I have started in your life, for know this: what awaits you will be infinitely more glorious than what you leave behind. The enemy was mistaken if he thought he could break you, destroy you, and lock you in darkness. He does not know that I have placed within you an unshakable strength. He is unaware that you are not only destined to endure, but to overcome. He does not see the armies of angels I have deployed to fight on your behalf. He does not understand the protective barrier I have built around you, one that darkness cannot cross. You have felt the violence of the battles. You have been pressed on all sides, but you have not yet seen the victory I have in store for you. You have not yet seen the triumph I am preparing in the unseen. You have endured pains you never thought you could bear, betrayals from those you trusted, but you have not yet seen the victory that will unfold. I know how much this has hurt you. I am aware of your questions about the loyalty of certain people close to you. Yet, my son, I have never allowed all of this without purpose. I was with you, in the heart of your suffering, at the moment when you thought your heart would break. I did not allow these trials to destroy you, but to refine you, to show you who truly belongs by your side and who no longer has a reason to stay. Some individuals cannot accompany you on the path I am inviting you to walk. There are people you have kept close for a long time, but I know they are incompatible with the next chapter of your story. They neither share your vision, nor your calling, nor your faith. I know that letting go of these connections can hurt, but trust me, every loss you experience is to make room for something greater. Sometimes I close a door to open a wider one. Sometimes I take away what you thought was essential so that you can receive what you truly need. Have you realized that at every moment when you thought you were overwhelmed, I was holding you up, preventing you from falling? When you cried in silence, I was there, gathering every tear. When you felt alone, I stood by your side, whispering that you had never been abandoned. What you have gone through is not a sign of rejection, but of preparation. I am preparing you for a greater work. I am shaping you so that when the time comes, you will stand firm. So, my son, rise up. Break the chains of the past, let go of what no longer belongs to you, and release those who turned their backs on you. I have set aside new people who will walk with you on the path ahead. Do not cry over what I have taken from your life, for I never take anything away without giving you something better in return. Do not be afraid to move forward. Do not remain a prisoner of what was. What I am about to do in your life far exceeds everything you have lost. Trust me, do not forget that I have protected you before, and I will protect you again. I have already provided for your needs, and I will continue to do so. You do not have to worry about tomorrow. I am already there. All you need to do is obey, keep your faith strong, and believe that I am accomplishing great things in your life. Every trial has a purpose. Every closed door is leading you to a bigger door. Every tear you have shed has not been wasted. Every battle you have fought has not been in vain. You are the next because you have held on, because you did not let adversity defeat you, because you kept your faith even when everything seemed meaningless. Your time has come, not by chance, but because you have continued to rely on me, even when you could see nothing ahead of you. You did not give up when you could have. You did not abandon hope, even when everything seemed to crumble around you. I have seen your perseverance, and I declare that the time has come. Do you remember those days when you thought I had forgotten you? You looked around and saw others receiving answers, while you remained in the silence of waiting. You asked me, deep inside, Lord, when will it be my turn? When will the promise be fulfilled? I heard, I saw, I felt your pain. But my son, my timing is perfect. I do not withhold anything without a reason. I do not make you wait without cause. I cannot give you what you ask for until you are truly ready to receive it. Now I declare that you are ready. You have grown through these trials. You have learned to rely on me rather than your own understanding. You have understood what it means to move forward by faith when everything is dark before you. You have discovered how to fight, not by your abilities, but by the strength that comes from me. I am now opening doors that no man will be able to seal. I am introducing you to a new season, a season of restoration, provision, and fulfilled promises. No more delays, no more weariness in waiting. What you have prayed for, cried for, and believed for, even in the invisible, I am bringing it to fruition. However, understand this clearly. As I lead you into this unprecedented season, I am calling you to leave behind what no longer has a place in your life. You cannot step through a new door while holding on to the burdens of the past. Let the disappointments of yesterday heal. Forgive and release the relationships that no longer align with your calling. Let me renew your mind, expand your vision, and empower you with new strength. You cannot carry old baggage on a new journey. Do not fear when I ask you to release these things. What I have reserved for you far exceeds what you are leaving behind. Yes, you are the next, but you cannot move forward with the mindset of yesterday. You cannot hold on to the doubts the enemy has planted in your heart, nor continue to see yourself as you once were. You are no longer who you were yesterday. I have already transformed you in the fire of trials, and now you are a renewed man, stronger, more stable, ready to live the calling I have placed on you. See yourself through the eyes of faith as I see you, a warrior, an elect, a bearer of a mission that no one can tear away from you. Rise up and embrace what I am doing in your life. Prepare your mind because I will accomplish things beyond all your expectations. Long closed doors will suddenly open. Opportunities you thought were lost will resurface in ways you never imagined. I am breathing life into what you thought had flown away. I am offering you what you didn't think you deserved. Keep in mind that it is not according to human standards that you receive these blessings, but because you belong to me. Because you remained faithful. Even when everything seemed dark, you are the next. From the dawn of your creation, the enemy cannot stop what I have decreed. The forces of darkness cannot thwart the fulfillment of my promise. No one, no power can prevent what I am about to do. You, however, must be ready to move forward. Keep your faith even when the road seems uncertain. Stay rooted in my word, and keep your eyes fixed on me. What I will do in you will far exceed anything you have already known. I am lifting you up and placing you in a new position. I am giving you unprecedented abilities. I am opening paths before you that will surpass anything you could imagine. But you must trust me. Keep your heart open and walk in hope, convinced that I will accomplish what I have promised. You are the next, not because you possess exceptional human strength, but because you have learned to depend on mine. Not because you have never been afraid or tired, but because in your weaknesses you chose trust. You honored me above all, and now I am introducing you to a season of blessings. Hold on, stay faithful, and rejoice right now, for I am preparing something new, and you are the one I have chosen. I have seen into the depths of your heart, a heart filled with unwavering love and loyalty despite the suffering. I have seen how you continued to love without expecting anything in return, how you gave without asking for compensation, and how you forgave even when it wasn't deserved. I have observed every moment when you endured in silence without protest, choosing to remain in faith rather than be overwhelmed by bitterness. None of this has escaped my gaze. No act of love is wasted. No tear shed is lost. No prayer goes unanswered. Don't you know? I am the one who rewards those who seek me earnestly. I do not despise my children, nor do I forsake the righteous in the midst of obscurity. What is done in secret, I reward openly. What you give without being seen, I will return to you abundantly. This is not to flatter your ego, but because I am faithful, and you cannot lose if you walk in my ways. You will discover my provision in unimaginable ways. You will see doors open that you never knew existed, and you will witness miracles in your own life. not because you deserve anything according to human standards, but because I have observed your heart, a heart that does not weaken in the storm, a heart that the world has not hardened, a heart that continues to trust me no matter what. Have you ever wondered if everything you do really matters? If your repeated forgiveness, your unconditional love, your persistent prayers truly change things? I answer you today. Every one of these actions counts. I have seen every decision you've made, every moment you stood firm when you could have given up. I have noticed those times when you closed your eyes and said, "Lord, I trust you," even as everything around you seemed to collapse. And I affirm to you today, the hour of your reward has come. I do not only see your deeds, I also know what you have endured. I know your unspoken wounds, your buried pains, and the dreams you abandoned, believing they would never come true. My son, I have forgotten nothing. I remember every prayer you whispered through your tears, every promise you held on to when you had nothing left. I have not forgotten what I promised you either. I have prepared for you a reward that will leave you speechless, far beyond anything you dared to hope for. But do not think that this is only about material wealth or visible things. Above all, I want to fill you with my presence. I desire to give you a peace that the world cannot take from you, a joy that does not depend on circumstances, and wisdom to move forward resolutely through every trial. More than that, I want to reveal your true identity in my eyes, a beloved being of immeasurable worth, a bearer of my glory. Have you wondered why your trials seem greater than others? Why the enemy relentlessly encircles you to make you fall? My beloved son, this is no coincidence. Behind every battle, there is a deeper reason. The enemy sees what you have not yet fully grasped. The light I have placed within you, the anointing that rests on your life, the calling I determined for you before your birth. This is what frightens him. He understands that if he allowed you to walk unimpeded in your destiny, he would no longer have the power to hinder my plans for you. However, I tell you this, the enemy cannot take away what I have given you. He cannot destroy what I have built in you. He will have to watch as I elevate you. He tried to flood you with doubt, but I kept you standing. He wanted to steal your joy, but I gave you an unshakable peace. He sought to sow fear in your heart, but I breathed into you a spirit of strength that does not tremble. He tried to stifle your dreams, but I preserved the seeds I had planted in you, and they will bear fruit. He thought that pain, betrayal, and disappointment would make you give up. He believed that if the blows were hard enough, you would back down. He was wrong, for you are not a victim. You are the chosen one. You are not a failure. You are a conqueror. You are not forgotten. You are the one I personally called and prepared for immense glory. My son, it is time to come out of the shadows of the past and step into the radiant light of the calling I have placed on your life. You are no longer who you were yesterday. What once held you captive has no power over you anymore, and what once paralyzed you can no longer cause you to stumble. I did not merely call you, I equipped you. I purified you through the fire of trials so that you could now walk with strength. I allowed you to pass through storms, not to weaken you, but to teach you how to remain strong despite the storm. I permitted betrayal, not to break you, but to help you recognize who truly deserves to stay in your life. I allowed dryness, not to abandon you to despair, but to teach you that your provision does not come from man, but from me. What has been taken from you, I will restore. What the enemy has stolen, I claim it back, and I will return it to you in abundance. The dreams you thought were dead, I will resurrect. Not a single one of my promises will be lost. Every word I have spoken over your life will come to pass. Those who mocked you, who humbled you, who thought you would never rise again, will have to see you win the victory, not for your glory, but so that my name may be exalted. However, Do not let the thirst for vengeance or resentment dull your heart. Trust me with those who have hurt you. Let me be the judge of those who have spoken against you. You do not need to defend yourself, for I am your protector, your justice, your fortress, and your refuge. Do not look back on your past, but move forward in faith toward what lies ahead. The blessings waiting for you surpass everything you have known. Focus on what I am accomplishing in you. Prepare your mind to step into an unprecedented season, a season of breakthrough, miracles, and doors opening that no one can shut. Yes, my son, this is the moment the enemy feared the most, the one he did everything to prevent in vain. He threw all his forces against you, and yet you are still standing. He tried to suffocate the flame within you, but it burns brighter than ever. Now, he will have to watch as I elevate you, as my faithfulness toward you is revealed, and as wonders emerge that no one has yet seen. Rise, my son, without fear, without retreat, and without doubt. Move forward in faith, for this is the precise time I have shaped you for. Open your heart wide to receive what I am about to do, for this is not just a transition, but a season of restoration where everything that was stolen from you will be returned, not just in the same measure, but beyond measure. The losses you've endured, the dreams you thought were buried, the opportunities you thought were destroyed, everything will come back to you in abundance, overflowing. You will no longer live in scarcity. The obstacles you once thought were too much to overcome will no longer stand in your way. Unsurmountable obstacles will be overcome. I will grant you fullness, an abundance beyond your imagination. But do not focus solely on what you will receive. Prepare your heart, for great blessings come with great responsibilities. The joy the enemy stole from you will be replaced with an unshakable joy, not a fleeting pleasure, but a deep joy coming from my presence, independent of any external circumstances. It will be an inner river of energy that will give you the strength to overcome every trial. The peace you thought was lost will surge like a powerful current in your heart, carrying away every burden, every worry, and every fear that held you captive. I will place you in a position where what once shook you will no longer trouble you. You will no longer be tossed by the whispers of the world, for you will be anchored on the unshakable foundation that I am. However, what I pour into you is not just for yourself. I do not bless you merely for you to enjoy my gifts, but so that you become a source of blessing for others. I am taking you to a higher level where you no longer see yourself as the ultimate goal, but as a beacon for those around you, a support for the discouraged, a voice that carries mine in a world full of despair. The blessings I fill you with are not the end goal. They are a bridge to touch the hearts that thirst for me. Do not fear if I push you out of your comfort zone. Do not doubt if I send you where you never saw yourself going. I did not designate you to live an average life, but to walk in the extraordinary. My anointing upon you is not meant to be hidden, but to elevate you, to help you shine, and to be used to pave the way for others. Prepare yourself, for what I am about to accomplish through you will exceed your greatest dreams. Keep in mind that the enemy did not fight you relentlessly because you were weak, but because he fears what I have deposited in you. He knows that if you fully enter into the power and calling I have destined for you, he will no longer be able to hinder my plans. This is why he has multiplied his attempts to make you doubt, to convince you that you are not enough, that you don't have the necessary abilities. But my son, I do not choose perfect people. I choose those who remain faithful to me. I do not seek people without flaws. I seek those who are willing to be transformed by me, and you have remained faithful even in the darkest nights. You chose to trust me when all hope seemed lost. Now I lift you up and place you in a position that no force can destabilize. The doors I open for you, no one can close. The opportunities I offer you, no one can take away. But you must be ready to move forward, ready to take concrete steps. Do not remain a spectator. Do not fear what I am about to undertake. Walk firmly in trust, with the certainty that I go before you, fighting in your name. Nothing can stop you unless you yourself refuse to move. My son, be strong. Take hold of what belongs to you and enter into my fullness without holding back. For if you walk in my ways, you will lack nothing. If you follow my design, I will offer you unexpected abundance. When you place me first, everything else is given to you in addition. Tempting as they may seem, my son, not everything that glitters is pure gold. The enemy excels in the art of deception, disguising his traps as desirable appearances, sometimes offering so-called shortcuts to what you desire. But these shortcuts are nothing more than invisible chains, ready to trap you in failure. Therefore, look beyond appearances, be attentive to my voice, and test everything through spiritual discernment, not relying on mere emotions or fleshly impulses. The enemy, having recognized the scope of my plan for you, knows that he cannot prevent what I have decreed. So he works tirelessly to lead you off the path of righteousness. He whispers lies into your mind, instilling feelings of incapacity and unworthiness as though your past mistakes disqualify you forever. But right at this very moment, I reject each of these deceptions in the name that is above every name. You are not defined by your past, but by my grace. My son, remember that my grace is sufficient for you and that it is perfectly displayed in your weakness. What you considered a failure, I can transform into a foundation for victory. What was for you only pain, I can use to make you a fighter. Your wounds do not exclude you. They testify to my ability to heal. Do not let the enemy steal your faith in what I am accomplishing. Do not allow him to sow doubt where I have called for faith. I am preparing you for a new season of fullness, integrity, and accomplishment. But before you enter it, there are things you must let go of. Not everyone who started the journey with you is meant to accompany you where I am taking you. Some relationships have reached their end, some habits no longer align with what is ahead, and certain thought patterns must be replaced with a kingdom mindset. You cannot carry yesterday's burdens into tomorrow's blessings. I know that letting go is not easy. There are familiar things, people to whom you are attached, and thoughts so deeply ingrained that they seem inseparable from who you are. Yet, if you refuse to release them, you will not be able to embrace what I have prepared for you. If you cling to the old, you will miss what I am about to renew. Are you ready to lay everything down at my feet and say, "Lord, not my will, but yours"? Are you ready to trust me even when you cannot see the whole picture? Remember this. What I am leading you toward is far greater than what you are leaving behind. Do not mourn what I ask you to let go of, for what I have prepared will far exceed your expectations, but you must have faith to walk in obedience. This is a phase where I will align your life with the person you are called to become. I will bring about new connections, new doors, and guide you on paths you have never considered. But you must also accept that not everyone can follow you into the next chapter of your destiny. Some have played their part in your story and now you must let them go. Do not hold on to relationships out of habit. Do not cling to old behaviors because they offer you a sense of comfort. Do not allow the past to bind you to a place you are no longer meant to be. Remember this, when you walk with me, you never lose anything permanently. It is a preparation to receive even more. Yes, it may be painful, but trust me, it is worth it. As you choose to trust me rather than rely on your own senses, you will experience my provision and guidance in a new way. I will open doors before you that no one can block. I will bring you to heights you never imagined reaching. But prepare your heart, your mind, and your soul. You cannot move to a new level with an old mindset. You cannot receive miracles if you continue to cling to what I have asked you to let go of. Trust me, obey me, and let me lead you into a season not only of restoration, but also of an overflow of grace, a season where you will not just receive, but be ready to give. Prepare yourself because I will manifest my power through you in a way that will surprise the world. Know that you are not alone at this moment. Your physical eyes may not see the heavenly army surrounding you, but my angels are present to defend you, watch over your family, and protect everything I have entrusted to you. They are not just there to observe you, they are there to fight in your name. They go ahead of you on every path you are about to take, smoothing the road and preparing the ground so you can walk on what I have already planned. Stand firm, for you are under my divine protection. The battles fought in the spiritual world, the wars you may not even have been aware of, have already been won. The enemy tried to hinder you, to lay traps, to make you stumble, but you did not fall. The victory was secured for you even before the battle began. Not by your power, but because I fight for you. Not because you are worthy, but because my grace overflows in your life. My son, I have decreed your victory, and no one can take it from you. What I expect from you is an unwavering faith. Stand firm without wavering in the face of what your eyes see or your ears hear. The enemy will try to bring you down, to spread fear. But remember, I have already gone before you, and no force will overcome you if you remain in my power. It is time to take a decisive step in faith. This is not the time to hesitate or waver between belief and skepticism. It is time to move forward with determination, to rise in the strength I have placed in you. Remember, I did not give you a spirit of timidity, but of power, love, and self-control. The enemy may roar to intimidate you, but he has no right over you when you stand in my name. Remember, what you face is not merely an obstacle, but a preparation. The difficulties are not punishments, but the foundation on which I am building the person you are meant to be. Every suffering has a purpose. Every tear is not wasted. Every battle is not in vain. You have passed through the fire without being consumed. You have passed through the waters without being drowned. Today you stand on the threshold of something new, something great that I am about to reveal. But I need you to be willing. I need you to be strong, ready to fight like a warrior, without fear, without turning back, without doubt about my plans. My beloved son, do you not know that you were born for this moment? You are not here by accident, not just to exist. You are destined to overcome, to walk in authority, and to glorify my name on this earth. Do not be deceived by the adversary. Do not let him persuade you of your inadequacy. Do not let him strike you with feelings of unworthiness. I am the one who chose you, and I do not make mistakes. If I call you, I equip you. If I lead you down a path, I protect you. If I open a door, no one and nothing can close it. But you must believe it. You must move forward with assurance, acting as someone who knows who they belong to, someone who is a child of the Most High. You have long awaited a sign from me, a proof of my presence, and confirmation that you are following the right path, that I continue to guide you. This is your sign. My son, calm your heart and receive this as a divine validation from me, an affirmation that I am here, that I still care for you, and that you are not abandoned. Do you know that I am not a distant God? I am the one who walks beside you with every step. All your paths are already known to me. All your challenges have been apparent to me for a long time, and every one of your prayers has reached me without fail. Sometimes you do not feel my presence and you believe that I am silent, but I never abandon you, not even for a fraction of a second. Even when you do not see me act, I am working. Even when you do not feel me near, I am holding you and keeping you. Now, I want you to know that I am making a way for you. You have been waiting for an answer, and I say to you, do not fear, do not doubt. I am setting something new into motion in your life. However, before you see the result, I ask you to transform how you start each day. Tomorrow, when you wake up, express your gratitude to me. Be thankful, not because everything is already accomplished, but because you firmly believe that the miracle is coming. Praise me, not because you have all the answers, but because you are aware that everything belongs to me. Know that praise has real power. It transforms your heart. When you worship me, the enemy gets confused and no longer understands. When you lift me up, your spirit is strengthened. Remember, faith is not about waiting to see in order to believe, but about believing before you see. Do not minimize the power of praise. When you proclaim my name, even in the midst of your difficulties, the enemy is destabilized. He expects you to be consumed by despair. But if you lift your eyes to me and say, "Lord, I trust you, even though I see nothing," you make him tremble. He knows that a man who walks by faith is unshakable, that a man who praises in the midst of trials cannot be defeated, and that a man who gives thanks before receiving the blessing is about to witness great miracles. My beloved son, let your faith be expressed through your praise right now. Remember Paul and Silas, locked in a dark prison. They did not despair, nor did they give in to fear. On the contrary, they prayed and sang praises, and it was their worship that shook the foundations of the jail, breaking open the doors and chains. In the same way, when you exalt me in the midst of your storms, you prepare the ground for your chains to break and for me to intervene. Do not delay your praise until everything is perfect. Glorify me now in what you are living, because I am a faithful God who never disappoints. My son, I know there have been times when you felt overwhelmed. You saw others receiving what you prayed for while you remained in expectation. I know you wondered why, but remember, my timing is perfect. I do not deprive you of anything without reason. I am shaping you for something far greater than you realize. If I haven't brought you into it yet, it's because I am refining and preparing you to keep the blessing when it arrives. Trust my direction, for no moment of waiting is wasted. It is part of my plan. Let words of gratitude flow from your mouth, even if the miracle is not yet visible. I have heard your prayers and I am acting. Trust me, be patient, and keep your joy, for I am renewing all things for you. Tomorrow, when you wake up, do not let yesterday's worries overwhelm you, nor your mind be burdened with unresolved problems. First, do this. Say thank you to me. Say, "Lord, I give you thanks. I know you are working even though I do not yet see it. I trust you, I know your blessings are near, and I rely on you." Do this, and you will see your heart transform, your mind illuminate, and my promises begin to unfold. For I am your God, and I never break my commitments. Draw near to my altar, my beloved son, and lift up your prayers with all your faith, hope, and thirst. Let your worship not be mere words, but a complete offering of your being. Open your heart wide so I can fill it with my love, so I can touch you in ways you have never known. I am your God, the one who chose you, who calls you by name, and who has prepared a future full of hope for you. Present your prayers to me, proclaim my power, and overflow with joy, knowing that I hear you and will answer you. Lord, I ask you to help me grow continually in faith, so I do not venture into spiritual battles with a fragile mindset. Purify me, shape me, and grant me the discernment to distinguish your plans from the schemes of the enemy. Help me seek you earnestly, not only to receive blessings, but to be transformed and strengthened in your presence. Heavenly Father, sometimes my heart is overwhelmed with doubt when invisible fears try to paralyze me. But today, I lay all my fears at your feet. Free me from the chains of my past, the lies of the enemy, and the thoughts that make me believe I am nothing. Give me unshakable faith to walk with courage, knowing that you have shaped me for this exact moment. Lord, help me discern your will and follow the path you have set for me. Do not let me be seduced by what seems shiny but does not come from you. Guide me in my choices so I follow your wisdom rather than relying on fleeting desires. Sometimes I feel weary from waiting, as if your promises are delayed. Today I lay all of this in your hands. Please grant me the patience to persevere in hope, the certainty that you are never late, and the joy of praising you even before I see the result. Lord, give me a solid, unshakable spirit in the face of circumstances. Teach me to fight, not with my own strength, but with the power that comes from you. Fill me with the fire of your Holy Spirit so I may walk without fear, without hesitation. Restore what the enemy has stolen, lost dreams, faded joy, shattered hopes, and breathe new life into them.